Two major reports came out this week about the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement and Safe Streets.
A lack of oversight and controls made Monse susceptible to fraud.
And the city's watchdog found fake names were connected to Safe Streets contracts.
That's right. I've been investigating Safe Streets for years, and here's what we still don't know and what could come next.
The first audit for the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, or Monse, followed years of questions from Fox 45 News. The findings match most of what we have been reporting: a lack of oversight and accountability measures for the violence interruption program. The audit found Monse did not have a process to track all payments made, resulting in duplicate payments to the nonprofits operating the locations worth more than $290,000. Monse did not confirm the workdays Safe Streets violence interrupters submitted to ensure they were accurate. Plus, Monse does not require the nonprofits, like Catholic Charities and LifeBridge Health, to submit a payroll register, including the employee names, pay period, and salary details. Monse Director Stephanie Mavrona says the daily logs are not the only way the agency confirms Safe Streets activity. But without keeping track of the daily logs, it raises questions about how the city tracks the effectiveness and what's really going on the ground.
I'm still in shock to read these reports, the fake names, the money that potentially has been wasted, and there might be fraud attached to the money that's been wasted. This is a huge concern.
David Williams, president of the Taxpayers Protection Alliance, says the city needs to open the books on the program.
This needs to be figured out now.
The audit coming at the same time as the latest Inspector General's report finding fake names attached to real Safe Streets vacant jobs like Lemur Jackson II, Merlin Humphrey II, and Allen Iverson. Yet Director Mavronis will not commit to releasing more information about the Safe Streets workers.
Given what we know now about both of these reports and the audit, will Monse release more information about the daily logs, about the time cards, about the schedules for Safe Streets workers to further instill confidence in taxpayers that their money is being used appropriately?
I would say Safe Streets is doing the work every single day. We're going to continue to share information about the program as we have a mandate from the mayor to continue to strengthen this work. And
so the answer is no?
The answer is yes.
So we will see the time cards, we will see the schedules?
We don't typically release time cards and schedules for any contract, but I can verify that we are reviewing those meticulously. We're going to continue to make sure we're living up to that threshold and that level, and that's something that we will continue to do.
That data can be considered a false entry in a public record, and that in and of itself could constitute a misdemeanor punishable by 3 years in jail.
Baltimore area trial attorney Jeremy Eldridge says the findings from the IG report could be turned over to either the state's attorney's office, state prosecutor, or U.S. attorney's office. City State's Attorney Ivan Bates says the findings from the report are troublesome.
You know, under the law, H606, you're not allowed to use fake information in public documents, and that's something extremely concerning. So the simple fact that that's happened, let's just say I can't really go much more in depth about that for a number of reasons. But my office has always looked to make sure we hold those accountable who break the law.
But Director Mavronis isn't concerned about what could come next.
Are you concerned that anyone in Monse broke the law by doing that, by falsifying government documents?
I'm not concerned, but I will say that the members of the team that needed to be disciplined have been. And accountability, whenever we receive a management alert, is something that we take extremely seriously.
Now, it's not clear if any law enforcement offices are investigating, but we do know one Monse employee has been fired. Though City Hall has been tight-lipped about who that was. Meanwhile, LifeBridge and Catholic Charities have yet to provide monthly reports about the progress of the Safe Streets efforts. The organizations have never agreed to an interview with us about the programs, and while the city touts the number of mediations, it's unclear how they define what a mediation is. So far, the public still has no idea who the violence interrupters are. When we asked Mayor Brandon Scott following the fake name news.
And is this why the city refuses to turn over the names of the Safe Streets workers?
I think that this is apples and oranges, Mackenzie. That's a great try. Again, the employees that do the Safe Streets work, they are not employees of the city. I can't tell you guys enough that I cannot legally give out someone else's employees' information.
Despite tax dollars footing the bill for the program, the names remain secret.
But do you think that at this point, given what we have learned, the city should trust that Monse will be able to handle this and implement the correct measures moving forward?
Absolutely not. And my biggest concern is that Monse is spending a lot of taxpayer money.
Williams calling for a pause in spending for Safe Streets, but given the mayor's commitment to the program, it's unlikely that will happen.
Now, these two reports were the focus of this week's edition of Fox 45 News In Depth. You can watch it again this Sunday at 10:30. You can also watch it anytime on our website at foxbaltimore.com or on our YouTube page.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.